Hi, everybody. Welcome to Life in the Fab Lane with your host, me, Zainab Best. And here we live fab lives. So we endeavor to do so. We do everything that we can. And FAB stands for fearless, authentic, and bold. And so we want to live fearlessly, authentically, and boldly. And I was thinking, as I often do, because I like to think, whatever. And I was just thinking about now let me just preface this that I am a Christian. I'm a follower of Christ. And something that I've noticed in the church sometimes is that we are kind of conditioned, or and of course it's not everyone, so let me just give this disclaimer because I know how people like to get in their feelings. I don't know you. I'm not talking about your church. I'm not talking about your pastor. I'm not talking about what they doing on your singles ministry or all that, because I don't know what's going on. I'm talking about my experiences and what I have experienced and what I have observed and what I continue to observe sometimes. And that is, as single women, a lot of times we are conditioned, whether it's overtly or covertly, to believe that our life really doesn't start until we get married, until we get a man. So you'll see people kind of like sitting off on the sidelines and not living their lives. They're sitting and they're waiting. You know, and this is what came to my mind. I'm saving all my life for a man. And it's like that's the theme song of so many um believers' lives. They are saving all of their life for a husband. They won't travel. They won't buy a home. They won't buy a new car. They won't cut their hair. They're not going to lose the weight until, oh, I'll lose the weight for my wedding, but I'm not going to take care of myself. I'm not going to love myself and try to be in the best health that I can be in before I am paired up with a man. And here's the this not to bust your bubble, but the truth of the matter is that some people, even if you do desire to get married, you may not get married, or it may be quite a long time. So are you going to sit all of your life and call yourself saving your life before you start living? Life is to be lived. The Bible says that God has given us life and he has given it to us more abundantly. Abundant life to me is not sitting around. To me, abundant life looks like going to the museum, going to different activities, spending time with friends and family, getting to know new people. Abundant life looks like learning a new language, traveling to a new country, experiencing cuisine and cultures and whatever it is all over the world, completing my education, pursuing my passions and my desires, and finding out what it is I've been placed on this earth to do. And so I really just want to encourage you, if you're that woman, if you're that girl or that guy that is sitting and waiting and saying, oh, you know what? I can't wait until I get a ring on my finger. I can't wait until I finally get married. I can't wait until I find somebody, I have someone to travel with. I mean, you can have somebody to travel with if that's what you want. That might not be your partner, but you can join a travel group. And that's the other thing. That I wanted to point out is that sometimes our minds are so closed off and we limit ourselves, and we go around and complain to God and act like we so miserable. And it's like, you don't have to be miserable. You're choosing to be miserable because of the choices that you're making. But if you make other choices, different choices that help you to live your life or send you in that direction in the way that you want to live, then you will be happy. And so it's kind of like happiness. I saw this somewhere. The happiness is a choice. You choose to be happy. And I'm not talking about a feeling. It's like, what's going to make you happy? Is cutting your hair going to make you happy? Then go ahead and do it. Is purchasing a new home or moving, to a different neighborhood, a specific neighborhood that you want to live in, going to make you happy or improve your quality of life? Then do it. Do you want to move overseas? Do you want to move to Paris? I've been watching a lot of vlogs of people who expats that women of color that have moved to Paris, that have moved to Mexico, that have moved to wherever. And it's like, look, if you want to do it. And since I did mention YouTube, that's an excellent resource. YouTube is an excellent resource. Even if you feel afraid, even if you feel apprehensive, you can go on YouTube. You can type into the search, whatever, I don't know, whatever you're looking for, how to start a goat farm. It doesn't matter. And then you can find somebody who has started a goat farm. You can listen to their experiences. And a lot of times you'll have the opportunity to ask them questions through the comment section, or they have a way for you to get in touch with them. So a lot of times our unhappiness is our own choosing. And that's really all that I have to say. And this thought came to me. I'm going to say this and then I'm going to get off of here. Is when you try to save something, what happens to it? Think about that. So, people who are saying, I'm saving my life until I get married, I'm saving my life until this or until that, until the perfect storm is, I'm in the perfect storm, I have the perfect temperature and everything is just right. What happens when you try to say, if you try to save a block of cheese and say, you know what, I'm not going to eat this cheese, I'm waiting until my husband comes and knocks on my door and then I will eat the cheese. Well, guess what's going to happen? The cheese is going to be molded and you will never have the opportunity to eat that delicious cheese. I'm a cheese lover. If you try to say, oh, I'm going to save this bread, this delicious crusty French bread, I'm going to save it in this delicious brie, I'm going to save it, I'm going to put it in a Ziploc bag, and I'm going to sit it right here on the shelf. And then when my Boaz, as everyone loves to say, Boaz, honey, is coming, which I'm not sure I want a Boaz because he was old. And anyway, that's just an aside. And, until this person comes, and then I'm going to enjoy this cheese and I'm going to enjoy this bread. Well, if you sit it there and you put it in a Ziploc bag and you're waiting, it's going to be molded and you're never going to have the opportunity to eat it. So why not just eat the cheese? Eat the cheese, anime. Eat the cheese. Eat the cheese. Eat the cheese. Eat the cheese now. Because guess what? You can eat the cheese now, and hopefully when you have your opportunity to court and date and be married and live the paired up life, you and your husband can eat cheese and French bread and drink wine and all of those kinds of things. And so the same thing goes for travel. Go ahead and travel now. Go ahead and live now, and have those experiences and enjoy yourself and improve your quality of life and your level of happiness. Because guess what? The world is still going to be here when you get married. In and with, if and when you get married, the France is still going to be here, God willing. The continent of Africa is still going to be there. All of the things that you may have wanted to do, and then you guys can go and experience those things together. But until then, experience them now with your girlfriends, with a travel group, with other people from your church, with just good friends. Girls or guys, with your family members. So, honey, don't put yourself in a Ziploc bag. Eat the cheese, baby. Eat it now. Enjoy life now. Trust me, you'll have an opportunity to enjoy it even more later on. So don't wait. Until then, continue to live life in the Fab Lane. Bye.